How's it going, guys? And if you haven't heard by now, I imagine you have. But if you haven't, today, or it's today as I'm filming this, so it might be yesterday by now by the time you see this, the world lost Robin Williams to depression, ultimately. And it's sad, and it sucks. And I don't do celebrity death videos, like, oh, a celebrity died, let's talk about it kind of thing. But I did want to do a video that celebrated his life, that kind of showed what he gave and what he did, and at least how I saw it. And so this is a movie that I'm going to review that has a Robin Williams character that completely encompasses how I saw Robin Williams and why I loved him. I'm going to let you know this right out the gate here. For every $1 of revenue this video brings into my channel, I will donate all of that money to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, so we can go ahead and get rid of that blight on humanity that is depression. All the money from this video, all of it donated. So yeah, get this video circulated around. I'll give you more details about that at the end of this video, so stick around for the end. But for now, let's review this awesome movie with one of my favorite performances from Robin Williams. Aladdin. You know, this is actually creepy, but kind of real. I was out and about today. I didn't know that Robin Williams died, so I was on Twitter. I was tweeting stuff, and people were like, oh, Robin Williams died. And the reason I didn't know he died is because I was at the store, I swear to God, this is real, looking for the Aladdin soundtrack, because I just had a hankering for it. I was just like, I want to hear the Aladdin soundtrack right now, so I went out looking for it. I feel like if the universe wants me to review this movie, I should review this movie. So Aladdin was one of the Disney movies in what I like to call the golden age, the hierarchy of Disney. Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King. That was it. That was the quadfecta. That's not a word. Well, if it's not, it should be, and now it is, because everything was gold. It was top notch. Aladdin, when it came out, I watched it 1.5 zillion times. And I heard about the Lion King, and I was like, there's no way it's gonna be better than this. And the Lion King was, but that doesn't take away from what Aladdin is. Aladdin is the story of Aladdin. He's what they call a street rat in Agrabah. You know, he's lower class. He doesn't have a home. He steals. Then he gets a crush on Princess Jasmine, but Princess Jasmine can't marry him. She has to marry a prince. It's pretty much classic 90s Disney. That's just classic Disney. Let's not mess with that formula, but let's show it in a few different ways. Then you have Jafar. Jafar's the Sultan's advisor, and that was pretty much, I mean, it's pretty much a classic tale now. It's like, ooh, the advisor, that's actually a really evil guy. But this is the first time I saw it, so everything that had that plot point, even if it came out before Aladdin, I was like, you're copying Aladdin. Yeah, you came out decades before, but you're still copying Aladdin. Oh, his name's Jafar. See, even Prince of Persia copied Aladdin. Then you find out Prince of Persia came out before Aladdin, you're like, well, shut up. And the movie's entertaining enough, but it's when you get to the genie, that's when the movie explodes. And that's why when I was like, oh, Aladdin, Robin Williams, I decided to talk about it right now. Robin Williams as the genie in this movie is the greatest supporting character ever. One of, definitely. This is the movie that taught me that the supporting character can steal the entire show. It's the first time I ever saw that, because before that, I'm like, you have main characters and you have secondary characters, supporting characters, they all know their place. Robin Williams as the genie is like, no, my place is to be the biggest character on the cover art. Robin Williams so made the genie his role. It's one of those things where you hear reports of the fact that he ad-libbed so much. They had like 16 hours of recordings of him, or that it was a lot of hours of recordings. And I guess I also read this. This might be BS, but I could see it being true, that he went off the script and off the rails so much that in the finished product, they couldn't actually submit this to the Academy for Best Adapted Screenplay, because they're like, what adaptation? It's not the same. That is not that. But that's what I loved about him. I grew up on stories of, you know, Robin Williams ad-libbing on Mork and Mindy, which is such a big thing about who he was. Like, I was the ad-lib king. So when I say he made the genie his, he completely made the genie his. The genie is his character. And this movie has arguably the greatest ensemble of musical numbers ever. Even in The Lion King, you have that, can you feel the love? You're like, skip. I like that song. That's the song that was like the Oscar song for The Lion King. Doesn't change the fact that I like the fast beat stuff. This movie, all cool fast beat shit. And even when it's not fast beat, it's like the quintessential Disney love song. I can open your eyes. Maybe what makes it cool is the fact that they're on a magic carpet the entire time, and you're like, I like to dream. It's not what you're doing. That's not what you're supposed to do. And the action scenes are great too. It's like when they started integrating CGI with animation, this movie did it actually in a few different scenes. This movie's really exciting. Like, when the magic carpet's going through the Cave of Wonders, you're like, it's too cool. Like, I had never seen something like like that in an animation before. This was a new level of exciting, a new level of entertaining. This movie blew my mind on 100 different levels. Actually, come to think about it, this is the only movie that I can think of, a Disney movie, where the villain doesn't have his own full-length song. This one, Jafar's like, yeah, I'll give you a few notes. That's ultimately the Prince Ali song, but changed a little bit, and it's 1/10 the length. You guys already know I'm evil. I don't need a song. And I like the end a lot too, because the fact that, well, spoiler alert, I'm gonna talk about the end. Jafar gets the lamp, and then the genie has to obey him, but it's not like the genie's like, oh, my ideology is in line with yours, and yeah, screw Aladdin, granting wishes. No, you can see the pain in his eyes when he's granting Jafar's wishes. He's like, oh. The tower shoots off like a rocket, and Genie's just like, oh, I betrayed him. I love it when someone good has to do bad and they know they're doing bad, but they have no control over it. That happened in another recent animation, and it was awesome. Guys, Aladdin is one of the greatest Disney movies ever. It's that Disney movie that I look at and I'm like, I just want you to recapture movies like this and The Lion King and The Little Mermaid. I want you to make them all feel like that. The animation is great. The computer animation, when they use it, is great. It had a great villain, it had a great premise, and it had one of the greatest supporting characters of all time that completely stole the movie, because Aladdin is awesome-tacular. And like I said in the beginning of this video, all the AdSense revenue that this video brings into my channel, I will donate to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. We'll call them the ADAA now, because that's just a long title. All of it, every penny. We're talking this video makes $100, 5,000. If this video makes $1.5 million, the ADAA just made $1.5 million in donations. I hope that'd be awesome. Genuinely would. Because depression is such a huge thing that plagues a lot of people out there. I want to see it be a word that we don't even know the definition of anymore, because it's so gone. I don't want to see people commit suicide from depression anymore. I just don't want that to be a thing in the world. I love laughter. I love that Robin Williams gave the world laughter, but the fact that he fell to depression, it's just kind of a personal thing to me, because depression is a big part of it's in my family. And I've seen it all my life, and I've seen people with it, and it sucks. It completely sucks. There's nothing good about it. It's a vortex which ironically sucks away that which Robin Williams gave the world. So in a very big way, this was a personal thing where I looked at it if this pillar of laughter, which was Robin Williams, could fall to depression, I was like, no. All right, let's do something about that. Is it gonna be solved overnight? No. Is this video single-handedly gonna solve it? No. But it'll be one brick in a series of bricks, and you have enough bricks and you build a dam to block out all the stupid shit. That stupid shit being depression. I believe we all want what Robin Williams wanted, which is a world without depression, with laughter and fun, vibrance, and embracing life, not being weighed down by that shit. So if I can ask you guys one thing, it's not what your favorite Robin Williams movie is. It's not to comment below in the comment section. It's to circulate this video, get it around, put it on your Twitter, put it on your Facebook. I want to donate a lot of money to this cause. Maybe we can all just make a difference today. But as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.